What's good, everybody? Chris here again. Chris Goes Outdoors. We're here today at the Mt Langdon Trail. My boy AJ is here with us as well. We're gonna head up, it looks like, to Mount Parker. So we're gonna head up Mount Langdon. I don't even know how many miles it is. So gonna head up Mount Parker, and then we have some options. Could, in theory, continue up and go to Mount Resolution. Could head back, hang around Mount Langdon, go to the Mt Langdon Shelter. We can check out Cave Mountain. So we'll see how it plays out. The weather is supposed to be a little non-cooperative later on. It is cloudy and overcast, but whatever. It is what it is. Nice cool day. Hopefully not too many people around because of the weather. Let's go do it. Let's go hike some mountains. Making our way up the trail, probably a mile-ish in. We got some rain passing over above, raindrops. You might be able to hear, I don't know. But luckily, the trees are our umbrella at the moment, so gonna keep continuing on. Hopefully it's just a passing shower, but heading on up. So far, the trail's been pretty easy, I would dare say. General gradual elevation gain, smooth, essentially the whole way up. So we'll keep rolling. Making our way up the trail, so just climbed some fairly steep elevation. We're on top of, according to the map, what is called Oak Ridge. If you use the Gut Hook app up in New Hampshire, it's incorrectly labeled as Mount Langdon at the moment. Mount Langdon is east from here. Didn't look like it would be very steep elevation, but needless to say, the lean mean hiking machine that was on the AT, it's no longer with us. Took 3 weeks, excuse me, since I've been up here. I'm feeling it. Feeling it?
I'm feeling it.
Feeling it. Ooh, we're fogging up. So, anyways, carrying on. Are we unfogged now? Mostly unfogged. So, carrying on. Looks like we go down a little bit, and then a pretty steep shot again, right up to Mount Parker. Hopefully the weather will stay with us and not pour too much. Let's go. So we are right now at the intersection where you can go down the Mt Langdon Trail, which we will probably consider. We may actually stay at that shelter tonight, so just playing it by ear. We have no real set whatever that we're doing out here. But you can see right behind us. So we've gone apparently 2.5 miles in just over an hour. So we've been moving pretty quick, even though I've been panting the whole way up. It looks like we got 1.4 miles to go. So trail also intersects the Davis Path, so if you came up Mount Crawford, down the Davis Pathway, you would go up Mount Crawford. What the hell's the other one? I think Resolution is right off there, and then Stairs Mountain is right there too, so it would be in 4.3. I don't see us going that way at all, so on we go. Let's get to the top of Parker. Pray for sweet views. Doozy. Gotta keep going. It's like the stair climber on 10. Get your workout in, eat all your calories later. Woo! So we're almost there. We're just underneath the summit of Mount Parker. It's been a fun, interesting climb. Sweating it out. Humid day, so working our way up. Let's keep going. Take a look up at the summit. At the top of Mount Parker, elevation of 3,003 feet. And luckily, there's at least some semblance of view up here. So, can't really tell you what's what now because it's pretty cloudy and I don't see any massive mountains for me to know exactly which way is which. So, I'll pull out the map in a bit. I'll try to identify some of the peaks maybe. But luckily, even with the cloud cover, the weather's held out pretty good. A couple little sprinkles here and there, but at least we got some partially decent views. Supposedly you can see for forever up here. Supposedly over to the presidentials, the southern side of Mount Washington, but still, some pretty cool views. Let's take a look. Unfortunately, we've stayed up here. It's got to be at least an hour and a half, and the clouds aren't really parting. In fact, it's only apparently getting worse. So we're going to be shifting our way down. I don't think we're going to go any further, so to Resolution or anything. Going to dip back down. I think that we're going to stay down at the Langdon Shelter. There were some options, pretty good tent options, at least coming up this trail, but meh. Check out the shelter down there. So. Actually, you can see a little bit this way. You can see that a little bit better. But behind us where the presidential range would be, not seeing much, unfortunately. So we made it back down from Mount Parker, right back at the Mt Langdon Trail intersection. So we're going to go 0.5 miles down to check out the shelter. So we flew down, made like a record time coming down the trail from the top of Parker. It's pretty easy going, especially on the way down. So gonna head down there. Hopefully it's easy to find. Post up at the shelter. Supposedly there's nice campsites there, nice water. So we'll give you a look at the trail as we go down and at the shelter when we get there. So this right here is the Mt Langdon Shelter. Nice little shelter. So we are literally the only people here. This shelter is it's kind of a weird location on the trails. So these trails are, I can't imagine, very well used. Mount Parker is on the 52 of the view list, but Mount Langdon, I think it's Mount Pickering and Mount Stratton are on the rest of the trail here, and I don't think that they're on any sort of list, and I don't think they have any views off them, so I don't think too many people come up here, but yeah, only people here. So let's go take a look around. So we walk down, we're exploring around the shelter. The area where there's usually water is not flowing at all. We're literally standing in what would be the water, the stream, and there's nothing here. But if you follow it down, so we came down from the shelter, followed it to the left, and like you can tell there was water here at one point. Like it's super moist, but luckily, I don't know if you can see that, there are a couple pretty substantial pools anyway still that we can at least get water from today. I can't imagine, unless it like rains substantially like over the next however many days, that there will be water flowing through here. So I don't know, keep that in mind if you're coming late summer. So this is mid-July right now, and there's literally just a couple puddles. So yep. Well, otherwise our other option would have just been to keep going back where we were, and there was water on the way up here. So we weren't in a lot of trouble, but it could have been unfortunate. We're hanging out in the shelter. It has started to rain. It's about, I don't know, 5:30 maybe. I don't actually know. 4:45. So rain has came. Showers anyway, we're expected. And then it's supposed to really rain tonight. So we're gonna hang out, eat, and enjoy the shelter and our tents. It's the nice thing about not pushing crazy mileage. You know, you can just kind of hang. We were up on the summit there for what, it had to have been like 2 hours, yeah. We were up on the summit 2 hours, and now we're just hanging out in the shelter. We're not staying in here. We set up our tents. I just prefer my tent usually over shelters anyway. So, whatever, just hanging out, chilling, enjoying the sound of the rain off the tin roof. Tonight's menu, lasagna, mountain house, a fine assortment of candies of the Starburst variety. We also have some Snickers. There were some Reese's Fast Breaks in there, but those are no longer with us. Also have a packet of ramen if I'm feeling saucy. Of course, my favorite of the Starkist tunas, and the most caloric dense, the Chunk Light in sunflower oil. Good stuff. And how could I forget? It's a little bit smaller than I used to take, but I've been lacking on them the last couple of hikes, so I remembered this time. Can't really eat a full bag anymore. Not breaking off those calories anyway. Unfortunately. Those are good times. Eating a bag every 2 days. Delicious. Opened the delicious Cheetos. They're so good. So good. They're like the perfect trail snack. 160 calories an ounce. It's pretty legit. That's all I got. Cheetos are delicious. So you can see right there, shelter's set up. Rain is coming down. It's a very late 6 o'clock at night, so we're just gonna tuck in. So we'll probably be out super early. I can't imagine it'll take us very long to get here. The trail coming off of the Mount Parker trail, where that intersection was, is super easy. There's like no elevation change to get over here. And then the rest of the way down should, in theory, be relatively easy too, assuming it's not torrential downpours in the morning. So that's it. Off to bed.
And just like that, it's the next morning. Pretty steady rain all night last night, but not too bad. Clouds broke a little bit at some point. I could see the stars through the trees. Slept like a rock though. 6:30 in the morning. Gonna pack up camp real quick. Still drizzling a little bit. Eat some breakfast this morning and head on out. Got probably 2.5 miles back to the car, maybe a little more, but hopefully smooth sailing. Let's do it.
one other thing I forgot to mention, not directly down at the shelter, but pretty close. The shelter also has a pooper, so I didn't go in it, nor do I care to. But if you got to drop some heat, you know where to do it. Alright, we're back to the vehicle, everybody. Made it down pretty quick, so it was about an hour and a half from where we were. I think that was around 2.5 or 2, I don't even know, 2.5 miles maybe, ish. But made it down with the quickness. Feels good. Feels good. My face bush is looking all sorts of bushy. I guess I understand what women are talking about when it's humid out and complain about their hair. No coconut oil will save this, my friend. But anyways, I'm getting distracted. We're out of here. It's been a fun time. Good hike all around, relatively easy in the grand scheme of things. So yeah, enjoyable. I'm sure the views would have been much more epic if it wasn't as foggy, but either way, still a good time. So with that said, it's been real, it's been fun, it's been real fun. Catch me in the next one. You can like the video if you like the video, comment, subscribe if you loved it. You can follow me on Instagram if you care to. If you don't, that's cool. I don't really like social media anyway. And until next time, we'll catch you in the next one. Take care.